First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set and ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about... yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Lucy. Hey, 24, Ricky.
They go play action here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis. And it'll be a second and long. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Lucy. Throw left. Green 80. 54, Ricky. Green 80.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
I'll go. Hey, 54, Ricky. Throw left. Green.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Lucy. Move. Switch. 11. Lucy. Hey, spread left.
And they'll run it here. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, let's go. Punch right, Lucy. Right. Throw left. Throw left.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Spread left. 854, Ricky. 11. 11B. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 372. 372. He's coming, double up. Sunday. Lucy. Move.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
76. So right. Green Nation, all right. Check 83, ball's going to 83.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Hank. 372.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, easy. Ready, we're waiting.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 71 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
All good. 372. All good. 11. Lucy.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
Here we go. 77. Hey, hold it. Green is all right. Check 9. 372. Move. Motion. Green is right.
Now they try the right side here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hank. Hey, 5-0.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Demario Davis there on the stop. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
11.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. He's got the hook up to lead. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Bunch right. Lucy. Throw left. Green 80. Lucy.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Green is
On play action, now Bortles. This is caught. A gain of 32 that time. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Bortles thinking twice about the Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
372. Green is up.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keyword.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Easy. 21. Ready, what's that?
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz's kick it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And so Ted Ginn's gonna go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 105 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming, fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Omaha. They're 54 right here. Move.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, it's Bortles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Ginn. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Easy. Watch out. 6-man. Ready. We're waiting.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Set. 12. Tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Easy. Play set. Ready. Watch set.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. It doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Breeze now. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Come on, get set, get set. Kill, kill. Man, that's trash.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Ingram, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And Lutz puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll probably wish he'd considered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Jaguars getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. Hank. Hey, watch the slant. Omaha. Sunday. Bang. Bunch right. Spread left. Lucy. Switch.
Bortles now on 1st down. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
372. Hank. 380. 11B. Throw left. 372.
Now a play fake. Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hey, spread left. It's all right. 372. 372. Move.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
372.
To throw is Bortles. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Yeah, baby. Good set. Kill.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. To throw is Breeze. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
Calais Campbell on the stop. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. On second down, Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards. Predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able. All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Lucy. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go. Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
I'll go. So right. 73.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Bunch right. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Spread right, smack.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. Open space inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, 22 yards. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
54, South.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, gun. Let's go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Hey, express.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st down, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Run! Back 25!
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10.
21.
And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check 26.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Lucy. 11B.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Green 80. Spread right, 72. 11. 372. Hey, 54, Ricky. 72. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Bortles now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Lucy. Hey. Mike 39, Lucy.
The pitch to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
77, it's all right, it's all right. Move.
On third down, Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Lucy.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Ryan looking downfield for he's got a man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Wait. I got 11. He's mine. There we go. Pick it up. You.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, Ryan buying time to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Hank. 11. 372.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lucy. 11B.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
So right. 372.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's go.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday.
On first down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
Spread right. So right.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Jack Crawford able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Gun. Slam.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking for the end zone. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 29 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now Leonard Fournette. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, spread Spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack. 372. 11, 11. 372. Show left.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
You.
49, check 49, check 49.
Green is set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a give to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 72, 73.
I got 83.
Move.
Me. Check.
Lucy. Move.
A handoff to Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Take 4.
77. Move.
He's coming.
Now Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
22.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Here's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Bortles going to look to throw. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
76, 76.
Now Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
372.
On third down, Yeldon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Gun! Let go!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 65 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Let's go.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Hey, gun.
Now Ryan on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. On third down, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 20. Yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
On the ball. Hey, other side, solid.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball.
Let's go. Great. Hey. Run. Hey, ram.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Go on the ball. Great 15. Great 82.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 49 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. You're going to get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 11 yards for number 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really, at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Hey, wait. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 12.
Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, baby.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Goal. 81.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Shorty.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
On the ball. Sit.
They run again with Ajayi. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Hey, Ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This is Ajayi. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4. On first, and that'll make it second down.
Ram the ball. 81. Run.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellows got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
Great 15. Listen.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
So that one will be accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Black. Lion. Great 15. Great 15.
Now it's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back now here on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
On the ball. Sunday.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he short of the line to gain.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Let's go. Hey, gun. Right, you got right. All day, baby. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
21.
Check. Crunch.
Gun.
Mike, 53.
25 sit on.
We gotta get
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
4 down.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Let's go.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounce back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Now Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Sunday, Sunday. Here we go, 120. Empty.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
I'm coming after you. Hey, other side, solid. Wide, get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Zebra. Zebra.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Giants. 61 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's going to get it running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking. Take up first quarter lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Come on now, let's go. Hey, rip 5-2, hot here. Hey, 57.
They run with Ajayi. They find some open field here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power, and we just saw it on that play. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball.
Let's go.
I got 11.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46.
180! Shorty! 82! Hey, stash! On the ball! Ram!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And once again, they go with Sproles. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Here they come. Hot. Run. There we go. Come on.
Come on now.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, stash. Run.
Play action. Now Wentz. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Check.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
On the ball. Great 15. Great 15.
3 down. Hard.
Down in man inside. Down in man.
They'll toss it to Ajani. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Hey, Stash. There we go. 81. Listen. Liz 5'7". 82. On the ball. Slams.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Zebra. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a play fake. Manning, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and short.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Lion. Great.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Alec Ogletree in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Great 15. Black.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
I got him, man. 74. Shit. Mike, 93 to Mike. Oh, watch one, watch one.
I got him.
Shit.
I got him.
Hey, ram.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson wins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
There we go. That's the touchdown, that's it. There you go.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. One final try now for Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Giants. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Manning to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On the ball.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Shit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I'm bringing it to 81, 81. Black. There we go, back man. We're good. Great. 81.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
81. We're sick. Hold on.
He wasn't ready.
At least 5-7.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. All day, dog.
We're sick.
Go.
They run for it with a giant. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On 1st down, Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, ram. Let's go. Great. Black. What's your son?
93's the mic.
Rap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love.
On the ball. Tyson.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Rip on set. What's your son?
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
We're sick.
Tighten up. Motion.
Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the ball.
Check.
Good chip. We're sick.
Right back to him on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Great. What's your son?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Great 15.
Look at this, a tight end carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Please. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, over here. Check 4. Hey, stand. We're gonna shift. He's coming. What's your son? Over. We're gonna shift. Roy.
Now they try the right side here. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Mike 5'9",
Hey, gun. Zebra. Right.
To throw is Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Manning, got to have this one. He finds Beckham complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1 crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Manning to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try now from Manning. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.